Good evening. Welcome to Curriculum Night and specifically marine biology. I just wanted to take a few moments to introduce myself and the course, and I look forward to getting to know your child better this trimester. So I'll start with a quick introduction of the teacher, me, and then go into goals and objectives, units and activities, and grading and expectations. So I have my Bachelor of Science degree in zoology from University of Otago in New Zealand, and my Master of Arts in Teaching Science. I have over 15 years of experience in science education, working at museums, zoos, other nonprofit organizations, etc. This is my 8th year on Mercer Island. Before that, I was working at Seattle Public Schools as a science teacher. And I love in my free time to hike, swim, read, travel, mushroom hunt, just generally be outside. I do also volunteer at Seattle Animal Shelter. And then one fun thing that I did recently was collecting dinosaur fossils with the University of Washington paleontologists in Montana. So that's actually this middle picture up here at the top of the screen. I live in Seattle with my husband. That's my husband and myself on the far right. That's partially up the summit of Mount Fuji in Japan. And on the far left is a picture of a tiger heron, one of the many beautiful birds I had a chance to see during a trip to Costa Rica over this past summer. So goals and objectives of this course, discovering the relationships between non-living and living parts of marine systems. So we'll start with introduction to marine systems, learn about things like properties of seawater and seafloor features, and then we'll move into organisms of the sea, both the very small and the very large. We do emphasize teamwork and collaboration, and we foster resourcefulness, personal accountability, curiosity, and environmental stewardship. And so this is just an overview of the different parts of our course. So the very small being invertebrates, such as microbes, plankton, and 6 different invertebrate phyla, and then vertebrates, fish, reptiles, birds, and mammals. And then finally, we end with a human impact unit, where we look at the different ways that humans impact marine systems and how we can mitigate some of the negatives associated with that. In marine biology, we participate in interactive activities in labs. So we do group work and projects. We have some virtual and physical dissections. We engage with peers in Schoology discussion posts and other on-site activities. And then we really focus on the skill of clearly communicating ideas, whether that communication is in a labeled diagram or that communication is in a lab report or that communication is in a dissection that we do. So lots of different activities, and always the goal is to clearly communicate our understanding. Special thanks to anybody who supports the Mercer Island Schools Foundation. The foundation has purchased many supplies and experiences for this classroom, including microscopes, field trips, etc. And also just a quick note, I kind of passed by it on my last slide. If you are a marine scientist, if you have a lot of experience working with and around marine systems and would like to come to our class or coordinate some sort of virtual class experience with interactive activities for middle school students, 7th and 8th graders, let me know. You can send me an email and I'd be happy to chat with you further about that. Just a few more things. It's the student's responsibility to check Schoology every day to stay on top of assignments. So that would be both upcoming assignments with a due date that is not yet passed and overdue assignments. Any work missed would need to be made up. And so as a general rule, it's good to think about, if a student were to miss 3 days of class due to being ill or whatever the reason, then they would have that number of extra days to try to get that work turned in as possible. So sometimes that work can be made up during class if there are pockets of time where a student has finished something else we're working on. Sometimes it can happen in Gator time or after school. And students will have multiple opportunities in multiple ways to show their understanding with various pieces of evidence. And so these events are entered into Skyward using a 1, 2, 3, 4 scale. Missing graded assignments will be marked as missing just to communicate with families that I have not yet received that item. There is no penalty or point deduction for late work. Students do have unlimited attempts to complete an assignment up until the end of a trimester. That being said, I do encourage students to contact me if they're unable to submit work on time or if there are extenuating circumstances. My email address is at the bottom of the slide. And that's all I have for you. So thank you so much for sharing a few moments with me. I look forward to partnering with you this year and getting to know your child better this trimester. Thank you.